a method used to find a polynomial that passes through a given set of data points or discrete data. So, kagaya ng ginawa natin sa linear and quadratic interpolation, in the Newton's divided difference, will be also making or generating a polynomial equation or function that would pass through any given data point. It provides a convenient way to estimate unknown values between known points. Instead of solving many equations to find the polynomial coefficient, Newton's method builds the polynomial step by step using a table of divided differences. Later on, we'll be building a table na yung table na yon, all the values of the um, all the values from the previous divided difference will be used for the succeeding divided differences. And after getting that, the values that na makukuha natin doon will be used as the coefficient of the interpolating polynomial we're solving for. So, sabi daw dito, each new term adds more accuracy to the approximation. So for the general formula, f sub n of ang gagamitin daw natin yung pangalawang general formula wherein yung ating f sub n of x is equal to b sub 0 plus b sub 1 multiplied by x minus x sub 0 hanggang makarating tayo kay b sub n x minus x sub 0 multiplied by x minus x sub 1 hanggang x minus x sub n minus 1. So, last meeting, nabanggit din daw natin kung saan ba daw ginagamit yung interpolation. For example, we have data points x and f of x. Pwede rin yung f of x, pwede rin siyang maging equal kay y. Kasi di ba sa Cartesian plane natin, we have x and y coordinates. So yung ating f of x, so technically, yun yung value ng ating um, yun yung value dun sa ating y-axis. So, pag sinabi natin ulit data points are a combination of x and y values. So, baka sabihin nyo, sir, ba't yung given nyo dati puro x lang, walang y? So, yung y natin, di ba sinasolve natin siya in my example, ang ginawa lang natin for the value of y or the value of f of x, we solve for its ln. Kasi sabi natin previously, the function that we want to solve is ln of x, or the function that we want to approximate is the function ln of x between the given data points. O, yun lang naman yon. So for example, meron daw akong 1, ang given sa atin ay 1, 4, and 6. We use this in the quadratic interpolation. Then the value of y is yung ln of 1, tapos dito ln of 4, and this one is ln of 6. At ang hinahanap daw natin, what would be the value of y or f of x when the value of x is 2. So pag sinabi daw nating interpolation, yung daw values na pwede nating kunin is in between the given intervals or the given set of data points. So sabi ko nga, pwede rin daw akong kumuha dito ng ln of 3, since ln of 3 is in between 1 to 6. Then we have ln of 5, pwede rin daw yan. Pwede rin daw ln of 2.5. Basta, ang kukunan lang daw natin is in between the given set of data points. So kapag daw nasa labas na siya, hindi daw natin yun pwedeng kunin using interpolation. Nagkakaintindihan? So, ganun pa rin daw ang gagawin natin. Dito, yung ating function, f of x, gagawa natin siya ng equivalent or approximate mathematical representation and in this case, yung mathematical or yung approximation natin will be using the Newton's divided difference interpolating polynomial. So, ayun daw. So, sabi din dito, katulad daw ng ating linear and quadratic interpolation, we can find a polynomial that passes through several discrete points by calculating its coefficient. So kung matatandaan daw ninyo, yung ginagawa daw natin previously, we solve for the coefficient. Ano ba yung coefficient? In this case, kung ang gagamitin natin is itong general formula na to, we have your b sub 0, b sub 1, kung may b sub 2 dyan, b sub 3, hanggang b sub n. Depende daw kung ilang or kung anong order daw ng polynomial ang sinosolve ninyo. So again, your n here is the degree of the interpolating polynomial. Interpolating polynomial we are solving. O, ayan daw. Excuse me. So for any nth order polynomial, sabi natin, we still need n plus 1 data points. Ano ba daw ulit ibig sabihin nun? For example, the order n natin is kunyari first order. So kung first order daw yung ating sinosolve pa rin, we need how many data points? So n plus 1 daw, so we need 2 data points. Kapag daw second order or quadratic or parabolic, we need 3 data points. Kapag third order, we need 4 data points. And so on, kapag fourth order, edi 5 data points or 5 set of discrete points are needed for us to create an interpolating polynomial of this degree. O di kapag 5, kailangan nyo ay 6 and so on and so forth. Now this n plus 1 data points can be represented as f of x sub 0, f of x sub 1, etc. So kailangan ordered pair siya. Meron akong x coordinate, at yung ating f of x, yung sinasabi kong y coordinates. These are the data points. So, the coefficients in the divided differences, for example, sabi nga natin we're solving for b sub 0, b sub 1, and b sub n, can be found using the divided differences, which represent the rate of change between data points. Now, previously, when we when we solve the linear interpolation, notice that your b sub 0 is equal to f of x sub 0. So, ito na lang dito. Kung matatandaan nyo, nung pinagtapat-tapat daw natin yung mga numerical coefficient, si b sub 0 daw ay equal kay f of x sub 0. While your b sub 1 is equal to the difference of f of x1 and f of x0. So kapag kinuha daw natin si b sub 1, b sub 1 is equal to the divided difference of f of x sub at points x sub 1 and x sub 0. So ang mangyayari doon, f of x sub 1 minus f of x sub 0 all over x sub 1 minus x sub 0. Now, kapag ginamit daw natin tong dalawang divided differences na to, ano daw ang makukuha natin? Makakakuha daw tayo ng coefficient for a linear interpolating polynomial. Ayan daw. Now, if we extend our solution, kunyari, kinuha ko daw hanggang b sub 2. So may b sub 0 na ako, may b sub 1. Yung b sub 2 naman daw has a divided difference that depends on these 3 points. So ang magiging divided difference daw nun, paghihiwalayin daw natin siya. Ang mangunguna, f of x to x1 minus f of x1 f of x1 x sub 0 all over x2 minus x sub 0. So again, to get the divided difference between x sub 2 and x sub 1, we can still rewrite that as f of x sub 2 minus f of x sub 1 all over the distance between x sub 2 and x sub 1, that is x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Minus ito daw, itong f of x sub 1, x sub 0. Pero itong f of x sub 1, x sub 0, meron na daw tayo niyan. Kung matatandaan nyo, yan din daw yung divided difference sa b sub 1. Ayan o, ito o. Yung b sub 1 natin, ito is the divided difference between points at x sub 1 and x sub 0. So ang gagawin ko lang daw dito, hindi ko na isusulat tong mahaba na 'to. If na-solve na natin siya, ilalagay ko lang daw diyan b sub 1, then lahat ng ito i-divide ko kay x sub 2 minus x sub 0. At kapag ginamit daw natin yung b sub 0, b sub 1, b sub 2, yun naman daw tatlong yon represents the coefficient of the quadratic interpolating polynomial. Nasusundan ga ako? Sure ha? Okay, let us extend. How about B sub 3? Kunyari, umabot daw ako ng B sub 3. Before B sub 3, kung gagayanin natin tong format na to, so B sub 3 would be equal to f of, magsisimula ako sa x3, x2, x1, and x sub 0. Notice, apat na yung data points na kailangan natin for B sub 3. Now for B sub 3, the the divided difference, yung isang divided difference na makukuha natin kasi marami siyang combination, would be f of x3, x2, x1, minus f of x. Kung nagsimula ako dito sa 3, dito naman magsisimula ako sa 2, 1, 0. And ito, i-divide daw natin siya kay kung saan daw tayo nagsimula, x sub 3 at saan tayo natapos, x sub 0. So minus x sub 0. And if you notice, this f of x sub 2, x sub 1, and x sub 0 is the same as what? Ano daw katulad nun? Diyan sa naka-flash sa screen, 'di ba? Itong part na 'to is katulad daw nung ating b sub 2. So ang mangyayari, minus b sub 2 lang daw 'yon all over x sub 3 minus x sub 0. Then sa ganung paraan or sa yung ganong um, algorithm, uulitin lang daw natin ang uulitin kung mas marami daw data points ang binigay sa atin or kung mas mataas daw na degree ang sinosolve nating interpolating polynomial. So ganun lang daw siya, paulit-ulit lang daw na gagamitin natin yung mga previous divided differences on the succeeding divided differences in order for us to solve for the values of the numerical coefficient noong interpolating or noong Newton's interpolating polynomial na hinahanap natin. O para mas maintindihan, o ayan, yan din lang din yung sinulat ko dun sa kabila. Nilagyan ko lang siya ng number dito kasi puro I at J lang. So parehas lang din yan sa kabila. Sorry. So para mas maintindihan, let us try to solve. Let us try to solve one problem. And in this case again, we are asked to estimate ln of 2 using a third order Newton's interpolating polynomial when we have a third order n is equal to 3. The number of data points that we need must be what? Ilan daw points ang kailangan natin? Sabi natin kailangan daw natin ng 4 kasi 'di ba n plus 1? O di may 4 na data points daw tayo. Actually may ka-partner 'yan. So yung ka-partner nito, yung f of x sub 0 which is ln of 1. Yung ka-partner nitong isa f of x sub 1, ln of 4. Yung ating x sub 2, ang ka-partner ay ln of 5. And lastly, yung ating pang-apat na point would be 6 ln of 6. So those are the ordered pairs that we need in order for us to get a third order interpolating polynomial, and then we approximate the value of ln of 2. Sige. Pwedeng magtanong ha. So the first thing that we need to do is to solve for the first divided differences. Now, since there are multiple set of data points, for the first divided differences, we will be solving multiple divided differences depending on the combination of the points provided to us. So for example, we have here the first divided difference. Ito daw yung formula natin. Ayan. So para mas madali daw, i-tabulate nyo daw yung inyong given. So yung given natin, ayan, we have 1, 4, 5, and 6 for the values of x. And ito yung ating f of x sub I. Sinolve ko lang yan using ln of x. Remember, previously, the function that we want to approximate is the function ln of x using an interpolating polynomial. Ayan. So, after getting or after writing the given, the first thing that you need to do is to find the first divided differences. Now, for the first divided differences, since there are 4 points given, di ba may 4 points tayo. X sub 0, x sub 1, x sub 2, and x sub 3. Now, ang gagawin daw natin, kukuha daw tayo ng combination or ng unique combination sa apat na ito na gagamitan daw natin ng first divided differences. So, kalimitan ang ginagamit, hindi man kalimitan, usually, ang ginagamit natin yung x sub 1 and x sub 0, yung ating unang divided difference, kukunan natin siya. Then, x sub 1, x sub 3, as x sub 1, x sub 2, kukunin daw natin siya. Yan yung pangalawa nating divided difference. And for x sub 2 and x sub 3, yan yung ating pangatlong divided differences. Kung mas marami pa, kung nyari may x sub 4, o di may pang-apat ka pang kukunan. Kung may x sub 5, edi limang first divided differences ang kukunin mo. Nagkakaintindihan ka? Yun ay kapag mas marami daw yung ipinrovide sa inyong points. Pero in our case, 4 na points lang daw, hanggang dito lang tayo. Hindi nakasama yan. So ang una nating gagawin, kukunan natin ng first divided difference yung between x1 and x0. Paano daw natin yung gagawin? O di isusulat daw natin f of x1, x0 is equal to the divided difference. So the divided difference, madali lang naman yan, x sub 1, f of x sub 1 minus f of x sub 0 all over x sub 1 minus x sub 0. Ganun lang siya. So based on these values, parang technically kinukunan mo lang siya ng slope. Kasi actually this is the slope. Slope talaga 'to. Ito yung sinasabi kong change in the values, yung delta y over delta x. So technically, parang kumukuha lang daw tayo ng slope. Then after daw natin makuha yon, o di ipa-plug in lang daw natin from the given. Ito ginawa ko na lang ln of 4 instead of 1.3629 para buo nyo daw siyang masosolve. Pero dun kasi sa pinagkunan ko, naka-ano kasi siya, naka-decimal or naka-number. Dito para lang mas madali ko ding i-type, in-ln of 4 ko na lang. Minus ln of 1. So this represent your f of x sub 1 and this is your f of x sub 0. So dito lang daw yan makukuha. Ito yung ating ln of 1, this part is ln of 2, ito yung ln of 3, sorry, ln of 3, ln of 5, then this one is ln of 6. So nasusundan pa ako? Sige. So ang gagawin nyo lang daw, ipe-perform nyo lang yung solution or yung operation and you should be able to get 0.46210. O ayun. So itago nyo lang daw yung value na yan. So sunod naman daw na first divided difference yung combination naman daw ni x2 and x1. So ganun lang din. So f of x2 minus f of x1 all over x2 minus x1. So substitute daw natin yung values from the table. F of x2, ito yon ln of 5 minus f of x1, ln of 4 all over 5 minus 4. Ito daw yung makukuha nyo. Then, you continue hanggang makuha nyo yung last pair, yung x2, x3. Now, sabi ko nga kung magkakaroon pa kayo ng kadugtong dyan, edi kung 4 na points, di meron kayong f of x4, x3 pa dyan. So, ito naman madali lang, f of x4 minus f of x3 all over x4 minus x3. So, perform nyo lang daw ulit kung ang binigay sa inyo naman dito ay 5 points. So, ganun daw ang mangyayari. Dudugtungan nyo lang daw siya. Nasusundan pa ako? Sige. Now, after nyo daw magawa yon, ilista nyo daw lahat ng values ng first divided difference dito sa ating table. Kasi 'di ba sabi ko sa kanyo kanina, mas madali daw siya in a tabulated form. Kasi yung mga values doon sa nakuha nyo from the previous gagamitin natin sa susunod. O ayan. Ito 'di ba, parang ang ginawa natin sinolve din natin 'tong mga values na 'to, then ginamit natin siya dito sa first divided difference solution. Then after that, punta naman daw tayo sa second divided differences. So sa second, since ang kailangan daw natin ay, di ba third order? Di ba pinapasolve tayo ng third order? So, kailangan daw umabot tayo sa third divided difference. Kung fourth order naman daw yung hinahanap sa inyo, meron ka pa daw dyang panibagong column for fourth. In case lang na merong fourth, edi kung may fifth, edi magdadagdag pa kayo ng column. Padagdag lang ng padagdag ng column sa kaliwa. Sa kanan pala. Kung magkakaroon pa tayo ng mas maraming data points. Nasusundan ga ako? Sure ha? So, ngayon, for the second divided differences, again, meron akong points x sub 0, x sub 1, x sub 2, and x sub 3. Now, for the second divided difference, tatlong points na daw yung kailangan mo. So, ano ba daw yung mga tatlong points na yon? O di yung una, from x sub 0 to x sub 2, ito yung first combination nyo. Then, yung sunod, x sub 1 to x3, yan yung second combination nyo. Paano sir kapag may x4, o di yung sa x4, kailangan niyo daw 3, o di magmumula naman ako kay x2 papuntang x4, yan daw yung aking pangatlong combination. Ay sir, may x5 sa given, o pwede rin daw yun hanggang x5. O di, ito yung pang-apat na combination. O di, i-extend nyo lang daw siya ng i-extend depending on the number of data points provided in the problem. Maliwanag. Pero sa kaso natin ngayon, meron lang tayong apat na data points, so we'll just be focusing on the first and second combination of data points. So after nyo daw magawa yon, paghihiwa-hiwalayin nyo naman daw siya. Ang gagawin ninyo, kukunin nyo yung divided difference nitong x sub 2 and x sub 1. So the divided difference nun is f of x2, f of x1. So another ulit, kukunin nyo daw yung divided difference nung kabila namang magka-partner. So x1, x sub 0. Then, yung ating i-divide dito, paano daw natin malalaman? Titingnan daw natin yung value na nasa unahan, pinakauna, minus nung value ng nasa pinakadulo. Dulo-dulo lang yung titingnan natin. Yung dulo sa kaliwa, minus dulo sa kanan, yun daw yung pang-minus natin dito sa denominator. Maliwanag. Sundan nga ako. O ayun. So ito, para hindi na tayo mag-solve ng mahaba, pinasulat ko na dito. Remember, this portion, itong una, ito yung ating f of x sub 1, x sub 0. Itong nasa baba, ito yung ating f of x2, x1, at itong pangatlo, ito yung ating f of x3, sorry, x3, x2. Ngayon, saan nyo ba daw gagamitin yan? Ngayon, nung kinuha nyo daw yung divided difference nitong una, nakita nyo daw meron akong f of x2, x1. Ano ba daw yung f of x2, x1 galing sa table? O di, ito daw siya. Ito yun. 0.2231, kaya ito naging 0.2231. Maliwanag. Nasundan nga ako. O sige. Tapos yung isa, minus daw nung f of x1, x sub c, ay, ba't lumipat? F of x1, x0. O ayun. So f of x1, x0, ay, bakit lumagpas ako? Ayan. So ito naman daw yun. Yung sa first divided differences natin, ito siya. Kaya nag-minus tayo dyan ng 0.46210. Then ito, x sub 2 minus x. Ito yung ating x sub 0. Kaya naging 5 minus 1 yung nasa denominator. And solving the operation, you should be able to get negative 0.05974. So sa sunod na divided difference, kasi sabi natin meron tayong isa, dalawang combination. So sa pangalawang combination, x3, x2, x1 siya. Tama ba? Yung combination natin ng second, ito yung second natin. So yung second natin dinaanan si x1, si x2, at si x3. So again, kukunin naman daw natin yung combination nitong dalawang to. Una, x sub 2 and x sub 3. Then the other one is x sub 2 and x sub 1. So kukunin nyo ulit yung divided difference. Pero yung divided difference nakuha na natin dun sa first. So ang gagawin nyo na lang, isa-substitute nyo, the divided difference of x3 and x2 is equivalent to 0.8232. Ayan, galing sa table or galing dun sa kabilang solution. Kaya mas madali, isulat nyo sa table para hindi kayo babalik dun sa solution. Sa table na lang kayo titingin. Nagkakaintindihan ka? minus yung ating f of x2 and yung divided difference of x2 and x1. So ayun, galing din table. Divided by ulit daw ng ano, paano daw ulit mahahanap yung i-divide? Yung i-divide would be yung una ulit sa kaliwa minus noong nasa dulo sa kanan. Kaya naging x sub 3 minus x sub 1. So x sub 3 is 6, x sub 1 is 4. Makukuha nyo daw dapat ayan. So, kapag daw na-solve daw yung mga yon, yung dalawang divided difference, o di, isusulat nyo daw sa table. Yan, nakikita nyo, di ba para siyang ladder, paubos siya ng paubos. Ng una, nagsimula tayo sa 4, naging 3, naging 2. So, ang ine-expect daw natin sa last divided difference, isa na lang daw yung sosolve natin. O di paunti naman ng paunti ang sinosolve dito, hindi padami ng padami, paunti ng paunti. So kaya, pag pumunta tayo sa third divided differences, using the values ng second, ayan, isa na lang daw yung isosolve natin. Pero in this case, ayan, meron ulit akong x sub 0, dito na lang pala sa baba. Pero in this case, ano daw yung combination na gagamitin natin for divided differences? Una, itong x sub 3 hanggang x sub 1. Kaya ito yon. Then the other combination is from x sub 2 to x sub 0. Yun ang ima-minus natin. All over again, yung pinakadulo, ayan, x sub 3. So mali pala yung sulat ko, dapat x sub 3 ito. Kasi pinakadulo dapat yung kukunin natin mula sa kaliwa minus yung pinakadulo naman ng nasa kanan, kaya x sub 0 yung nandito. So ang gagawin nyo lang from the given, yung ating divided difference ng x3, x2, x1, ito yon. This is the divided difference ng x2, ng x3, x2, at x1. So kaya naging negative 0.02041 dito sa baba. Minus yung divided difference ng ating x2, x1, and x sub 0. Kaya minus negative 0.05974 all over 6 minus 1 yung ating naging solution. So, ito daw yung makukuha nyo dapat dyan. Ayan. So, kung napansin nyo sa f of x ay 4 yung values, yung first divided difference 3, 2, 1. Ayun. So para siyang hagdan na uubos. Maliwanag? Nasundan ako? Now, ano ba daw kahalagahan? Bakit ko ba daw kinuha yung mga yan? Kasi sa yun pa lang, mga values na nasa itaas ng ating table, it represents the value ng ating f sub n of x or yung interpolating polynomial na b sub 0 plus b sub 1 x minus x sub 0 plus b sub 2 x minus x sub 0 x minus x sub 1. In this case, meron tayong b sub 3. Sulat ko na lang sa baba. B sub 3 x minus x sub 0 multiplied by x minus x sub 1 multiplied by x minus x sub 3. O, ayan. Yan daw yung ating third order interpolating polynomial at ang kailangan daw natin ulit ma-determine dito ay yung value ng ating numerical coefficient b sub 0, b sub 1, b sub 2, and b sub 3. So, saan ba daw yan manggagaling? Manggagaling yan dun sa sinolve natin kanina. So, itong mga naka-highlight na ito daw pala yung ating b sub 0, yung first divided difference, yung pinakataas, yun daw ay equal kay b sub 1. Sa second divided difference, ang kukunin ulit natin yung nasa taas, B sub 2. At yung lastly, yung ating third divided difference, ito yung ating B sub 3. Yun daw pala ang kahalagahan kung bakit kinukuha natin yung divided differences of each of the based on the order of the given set of data points. Maliwanag. So ayun, sinulat ko lang din sa ilalim kung ano yung mga values si B sub 0 galing dun sa ating table. Nasundan ako? O, pagkatapos daw nun, kokolektahin nyo daw yung mga value na yan. O, inulit ko lang. Then, you need to substitute the values of B sub 0, B sub 1 dito sa ating equation. Ayan, nasulat ko na pala. Then also, yung ating x sub 0, ayan, papalitan natin yung ating x sub 0, x sub 1, x sub 2 nung values from the given. So, dito daw tayo titingin para daw dun sa mga x sub 0, x sub 1. So, ayan, isinubstitute daw natin siya. Kasabay daw nating isinubstitute yung b sub 0 natin. Ito b sub 0, ito yung b sub 1, b sub 2, and b sub 3. Excuse me. Oh. Ayan, so simplifying, alam ko namang magaling kayo mag-simplify, magfo-FOIL method lang kayo, i-distribute, then after distribution, collect like terms. So alam ko namang magaling kayo sa gayon. Kayo na ang bahala sa pagsisimplify. Alam ko mas magaling kayo sa akin sa algebra. But applying nga yung mga yon, expansion, then simplifying the values, collecting tawag dito, terms with the same unknowns, lalabas daw dapat is 0.00787x cube minus 0.13839x squared plus 0.98889x minus 0.5836. So yan daw yung ating third order interpolating polynomial. So kung sinahanap sa exam or sa problem, yung equation or yung interpolating polynomial o di kasama nyo tong babaksan. Ayan. Kasama nyo daw siyang babaksan. So, hindi pa daw dyan tapos kasi ang hinahanap sa atin, find the approximate value of ln of 2 using the third order's Newton interpolating polynomial. So, yung third order polynomial, yung nakuha natin previously na equation. So, ang gagawin nyo na lang dyan, kung yun ang pansinin nyo nasa taas, di ko pala natanggal, ang gagawin nyo na lang dyan ay papaltan nyo lahat ng x ng 2 since we're solving for ln of 2. So kapag sinolve nyo daw yan, the approximate solution daw ngayon in for ln of 2 is 0.62877. And if we try to get the value of our relative true error, percentage relative true error, we notice that the error, nag-decrease daw siya ng 9.28. Saan ko ba daw nasabing nag-decrease ng 9.28? Remember, previously, ito, yung sa quadratic interpolation, 18.37. Doon sa ating sorry, doon sa ating linear interpolation, ayan, 48.26 and 33.33% respectively. So what do you notice? As the number of degree or as the degree of the interpolating polynomial increases, what can you say to the value of the unknown na hinahanap natin? Kung lumiliit daw yung ating percentage true error, ibig sabihin daw, pagtaas daw ng degree na kinukuha natin ng interpolating polynomial, and at the same time, pagdami daw ng data points na available para sa atin, mas lumalapit daw tayo sa pagkuha ng tunay na value nung hinahanapan nating unknown. Maliwanag, nasundan ako. Kasi na-prove ko naman sa inyo, we try to approximate ln of 2 in different method. Yung method natin is, I mean, in different ways pala. Yung ating first order, second order, ngayon third order naman yung ginamit natin. And ayun, 9.28 na yung ating nakuhang error, percentage error. So tingnan daw natin yung graphical representation niya. So in this graphical representation, yung broken line daw na kulay yellow, orange, or kung ano man yan, mukhang yellow, yun daw yung ating line ng ln of x. At ito daw blue is yung ating line ng interpolating polynomial f sub 3 of x. So, ayan din daw yan. So, anong nangyari? Nung kinuha natin, mapapansin nyo daw, mas lumapit na daw yung ating line ng ating interpolating polynomial dun sa true value ng ating ln of 2. Let's try to, hindi ko alam kung nandito pa yung aking ginawa kahapon, yung graphing calculator. Ay, nawala na. So anyway, sige, isulat na lang natin. Just to show you, mahaba pa naman yung oras. Just to show you lang yung ating mga nakuha. Saan ba yan? Kopyahin natin yan. Punta tayo dito, f of x equals ln of x. Yan. Ay, bakit ganon? I-graph ko lang. Ayan, yan daw yung ating ln of x. Then, yung kahapon, kunin ko lang daw, kahit ito lang isa. Ay, mali. Ito dapat. Ayusin lang natin siya. Equals 0.0 0.05 05187. Sulat lang natin siya, wait lang. X squared. Pwede rin daw kayo kapag kayo ay gagawa, pwede rin nyo daw i-check dito. Ay, ano yung value? Delete ko pala lang. Ito pala nasulat. So we have 0.72146x. Then let's delete. Ayan. Minus 0.06695 245 9559. Ayan. Labat ibang itsura. Ayan. So ito yung kahapon. Tapos ilagay din natin yung isang ano, kahit yung isa lang na para lang makita natin yung itsura. May equation ba ako dito? Ayan. Ito lang, kahit ito lang isang to. Para lang makita ninyo. Bakit ayaw niya? May error siya. 46x minus yan. Tapos ito yung isa. Ang galing ko lang. Para sunod-sunod. Then lastly, yung atin namang nakuha ngayon. Para lang makita nyo yung ano, yung pagkakaiba nila. F of x equals, ayan medyo mahaba-haba lang siya. Isa-isahin lang, isa-isahin ko lang. 0.00787 x cube. Ay, anong ginawa ko? Ay, shoot. Wait lang ha. X squared. Ayan. Delete natin to. Then minus 0.13839 x squared. Right? Then tanggalin natin yan. Right? Bakit nawala to? Ito dapat ay x cube. Then 0.98889x minus 0.85836. O, ayan. So, ayun. So, ang nangyari naman dito, ayan, yung kulay black naman. So, yung kulay blue natin, ito yung ating linear interpolation. Yung kulay violet, ayan, ito yung ating quadratic interpolation. At yung kulay black ay yung ating ah, cubic or third order interpolating polynomial. At kung mapapansin ninyo, yung ating cubic, mas malapit na siya ngayon dun sa ating value ni ln of 2 kumpara dun sa iba. Ano yun? Excuse me, bakit? Anong meron? Hindi po namin makita yung graph. Ay, sorry, hindi pala naka-share. Wait lang. Sige, i-reshare ko. Hindi ko pala na-share. Sige, sige. O, ayan. Kita na. O, ayun. Sige, dito lang tayo titingin sa to. Sige, i-graph ko din pala yung f of, yung ln of 2. I-graph natin yung ln of, ayan. So, yun. So, itong ln of 2 na to, ito dapat siya 6 point, ayan, 6.93147. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, itong kulay black, yan yung may x cube natin dito. Siya yung ating third order interpolating polynomial. At kung mapapansin daw natin, dito sa value ng 2, ayan, mas malapit na yung ating ah third order interpolating polynomial in terms of the actual value. So itong violet, ito yung second order at itong um, kulay blue yung ating linear interpolating polynomial. So ayun, makikita nyo, mas malapit na. Or kagaya nga ng binanggit ko kanina, pagdami ng data points na binigay sa inyo, yung resulting approximated polynomial function magbibigay sa atin ng mas makatotohanang value. Maliwanag? Naintindihan ga? Sige. So, for your activity, kasi that would, yun lang i-discuss ko ngayon, Newton's divided difference. So, for your activity, ito, gagawin nyo yung problem 18.5 kasabay itong ipapasa next meeting kasi may isa pa may remaining 1 hour pa tayo. So kayang-kaya niyo 'tong tapusin. So ang given daw ay ito. So ang gagamitin niyo lang is from 1.6 to 4. Huwag niyong papansinin yung ordered pair sa 4.5. So 1.6 to 4 lang data points and you will be um, generating ang requirement generate a fourth order interpolating polynomial using Newton's divided differences and solve for or calculate for the value of f of 2.8. Again, using data points from 1.6 to 4, ayan, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using these 5 data points, generate or create a fourth order interpolating polynomial using the Newton's divided differences method. And after getting the polynomial or the interpolating polynomial, calculate for the value of 2.8. Nasundan ako. Sige. Bali ito ay nasa page 524 nung PDF na binigay ko sa inyo. O sige. Use the remaining time. Oo, 18.5 lang. Oo, ito 18. 'Di ba kahapon ang pinasagutan ko 18.1 and 18.2. Ngayon ang sasagutan lang ay 18.5 kadugtong. Yan lang. O ayun. Sige. The submission would be next face-to-face meeting. So that would be all for today. See you on November 2. May klase ng November 2. Ayun. So November 1 wala tayong klase, walang pasok noon. So ang sunod na nating klase ay November 2. Ang pasahan ng laboratory experiment number 2, yung printout, ay sa November 8. Oh, ayun lang. Sige. That would be all for today. See you next meet.